What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Ethereum. Right now we're sitting at $1,159. We're down about 5.75%. And we're going to get all into technical analysis. But what I want to do here was look at an article first before we got into any TA. And what it says is exchanges running out of ETH with reserves plunging 27% in 48 hours. This is on Cointelegraph.com. It's by Samuel H. I don't want to butcher his last name there. But it says analysts predict Ether may soon hit a new all-time high after ETH reserves on centralized exchanges fell by 27% in 2 days. The amount of Ether held on exchanges has plunged over the past 2 days, with CryptoQuant data indicating that just 8.1 million ETH is currently sitting in reserves on centralized exchanges. The acceleration of ETH being taken off exchanges was highlighted by Nugget News' Alex Saunders, who noted a 10% drop in ETH reserves on centralized platforms on January 14th, from 11 million to 10 million over 24 hours. Exchanges will run out of ETH in the next 10 days at the current rate, he predicted. Earlier today, Saunders noted the decline in the Ether reserves had escalated by a further 20%, leading him to suggest that platforms or centralized platforms may run out of ETH in the next 48 hours. This is interesting what he put down here. Exchanges could be out of ETH in 48 hours. Demand has skyrocketed. Exchange reserves fell 20% from 10 million to 8 million in the last few hours, with targets of 5K, 10K, and 20K long term. I doubt many holders will sell their ETH in the range of $1,000 to $2,000. I do believe that's true right now, especially where we're at when we're so close to the all-time highs. And many people know that once we break out through there, it's going to be price discovery, blue sky breakouts. So I don't think many long-term investors are selling their ETH in this range, and that can continue to help build that floor so we can make that next leg up through that $1,400, see where we can go from there. And I think once we get out of there, it could be fairly quick in 2, 3, 4 weeks where we almost double in price. Kind of how Bitcoin did that. Once it broke through 20,000, all of a sudden it went to 40,000 very quickly. And I believe that's going to be similar with Ethereum. So I don't see a lot of long-term ETH holders selling their Ethereum at these levels right now. If anything, they're probably accumulating more, even if we have another drop down to some lower areas. Okay, so next what I want to do, wanted to read a little bit more here. And what it goes on to say is, we all know what happened when demand outstripped supply of BTC. It quadrupled in 90 days. And I thought this was very interesting here at the end. It said, where's this at here? Okay, it says Saunders interprets the data as suggesting an explosive bull run into new all-time highs is imminent for Ether, stating, like what we just said there, we all know what happened when demand outstripped supply of Bitcoin. It quadrupled in 90 days. So this is something that's very important, guys, and I want you to pay attention to this. Okay, if we get into Ethereum in the technical analysis, what we're going to do is look at this on the 1-day time frame. And also, if you get some from these videos, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you're doing with your Ethereum. Are you still trying to hodl? Are you trading? What are you looking for? Are you looking for that breakout of $1,400? See that price discovery where we go from there? I would love to hear your opinions down low. So right now on the 1-day time frame, we are still up above our 20 EMA, and that's going to be in purple. And that's at $1,026. So we want to stay up above that. You can see we wicked down to it. We have defended it. The buyers did step in that area on about average volume. It hasn't been low volume, but it hasn't been spectacular volume. So I do want you to pay attention to that, because we could have this push down, then this relief bounce up. And if we don't make it over this high or that 1,400 there, we may have another leg down. And that's where I have an alert here at about $852. That would be back at this 50 moving average there. And I think, not financial advice, I think that would be a great longer term investment area to potentially buy and get that next leg up. Not saying it has to happen, but that's something that we're planning for. And that's why I have my alert in that area. Now, if this is all the more that we retrace, this definitely could be our higher low, and we would have to get roughly up through 1,292. Then it'd be the 1,428. Right now on the RSI, we're at 63. So the nice thing about that is that we've cooled things down so we can get over top of that $1,400, like we talked about in many Ethereum videos. I talked about how we didn't want to test that area at $1,400 when on the 1-day time frame our RSI is already up in the 90s. We want nice healthy room on the RSI for when we break out of that $1,400 so we can really run hard, fast, and aggressively. So being at 63, we're not in that overbought territory, which is nice. So this could be our higher low here. And like I said, I just don't think this is a smart area. If you are a longer term investor, I really wouldn't be trying to trade anything in this area. Not, like I said, not financial advice. It's just a very sticky spot. If we do have another leg down, I would accumulate more, and that's just my opinion. And if we break out through the top, many people, as soon as we get that daily candle close, will start adding to their positions, and they're going to try to ride that up. Now, one thing you do want to be aware of, this has not happened to Ethereum yet, but sometimes when we break through the $1,400, what you can do, you can break up, then we have selling pressure. We'll come back test that area before we get going again. So almost something similar to what we did back in this area. Not saying that has to happen, but that's another plan as well. Because there will be many people, if we break up through this and we fall back to that area and find support, there would be more buyers stepping in that area. But as you can see, we've been in a really nice uptrend, still up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200 moving average there. Our stock on the 1 day is at 42 and 39. And remember, this is on the 1 day time frame here. Now, if we go out to the 1 week time frame, I want to point something out here that we do need to be aware of. So on the 1 week time frame, the RSI is still up about 83. Last time when we really got that strong move, or the strongest move we had on the weekly, the RSI was up around 98, so we can really get overextended. So I want you to pay attention to that, because sometimes people will start taking profits when we're at 70 on the RSI in bull markets, and sometimes that's just when you're really getting going. Because I study a lot of technical analysis books, and they basically say at 70 on the RSI you're overbought, but in my opinion it's more like 85 to 90 in the cryptocurrency space when we're in those bull markets. So just be aware of that. But we are up high, so we're at 83 right now on the RSI, and it looks like we're starting to have a little bit of a stock cross to the downside here. And if we candle closed where we're at, that would almost be a hanging man candle there. So we would want to be aware of that. And with the hanging man candle, that's going to show that caution. Okay, if we do end up closing like that, we still have some more time till the close. Okay, so I do believe we close on Sunday in the cryptocurrency market. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me down low. But right in that range there, we want to look at this weekly candle and see what's going on. Okay, and see if we have bearish follow through, or if this is it on the candle here, and then we get that next leg to the upside. If we get into some of the technicals for Ethereum, if we look on the 1 day time frame, we're looking at 3 sell, 10 neutral, 15 buy, oscillators 1 sell, 9 neutral, and a 1 buy, moving averages 2 sell, 1 neutral, and a 14 buy. On the 1 week time frame, what we're having is a 5 sell, 4 neutral, and a 19 buy, oscillators 4 sell, 3 neutral, and a 4 buy. So you can see here the stock, like we were talking about, that's going to be a sell signal just due to being overbought in that territory. Commodity index is going to be a sell. We're going to have awesome oscillator as a buy, momentum a buy, MACD a buy, and then we're going to have some sells here as well. So always keep an eye on that. But I would love to hear your opinion on what you think for Ethereum right now. Is this an area maybe we move sideways for a little bit before we finally break up through that? And what price target do you see once we get up through that? Do you think it's going to be similar to like what we did with Bitcoin, where we almost doubled that price? So looking somewhere around $2,800, $3,000 once we finally really break out of that area. I'd love to hear down low. So that's what I wanted to leave you with today, guys. None too crazy. Just be patient. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.